Man, Benedict. I mean, even added on to your acting prowess. I was reading up about you and heard you got abducted in Africa.
I did, yeah. I did.
What the hell?
Hear about this.
What happened, bro?
Well,
You clapping for that?
Hold on. Sorry, he got abducted. His life was on the line, Mo. Like,
sorry, no. So I don't know quite what. Yeah, okay. Obviously not a fan.
We went from black flips to taxes to clapping at his.
This is the hot seat right here. Technical difficulties. It's a bit of baby crying or something weird. I don't know. Let's make this light and cheery on a Tuesday morning in New York. I was part of a group of 3 people. We went onto the N2 and tourist trunk road down the east coast of Africa and South Africa, not far from the Mozambique border. And tire blew. We tried to fix it. We got surrounded by these guys, forced back into the car, driven off road, tied up. I was put in the boot of a car at one point. I'd argue my way out, and I was basically kind of seen as the kid. I think the other 2 were the adults, and the kids are usually taken away as surety, and it doesn't end well. And life is cheap in that big country, so it was a pretty scary ordeal that lasted about 2 hours. It wasn't pleasant.
They just let you go free
after 2 hours, yeah.
With no explanation.
We didn't want to stick around for an explanation. They wanted our money, and we didn't have cash because we just paid for what we'd been doing in cash, and so that was something that probably prolonged the experience more than it should have been. They took our cards and had to get to bank machines to get what they were.
They didn't have no ATMs in that area.
They do, absolutely they do, but it takes a little while to get them, and there was all confusion over PIN numbers and all that crap. So it was truly one of the most terrifying experiences of my life, and I was very lucky. It was a small event in a very big country, and the next day a guy was blown away at a traffic light just for nothing. This guy had a 2-rand coin, which is worth nothing, and a lighter in his glove box. That was it. But the guy was trying to rob him, and it just escalated. And life is cheap in that country. So we were very, very lucky.
I would imagine that it just changed your outlook on life in general, how you approach
things. It did, yeah. It made me sort of fear. You can go one of 2 ways. You can get very sort of insular and distrusting, but the minute after it happened, we found this roadside cafe run by these women who were part of a Zulu cooperative that made beautiful art objects out of everything, whether it was reused material or new material, wood and clothing and what have you. And they were crying for us. They were ashamed. They said, this happens to us. We're poor people, and they steal from us. They're bad people. We're so sorry this happened to you in our country. And the security guy sort of reached down to give me a cup of tea or something, and I looked into his face, and just the apology and the love, and just that's when I had my emotional reaction to it, to realize that there's good and there's bad and there's great good as well in that country, and the grace of those people and what they endure is probably the most humbling aspect of the whole ordeal, really. But it made me, I think, outward going and impatient to live a life less ordinary and kind of throw myself in danger's way under my own volition, rather than having a gun to my head and being put in the boot of a car. So I took flips and microlights. I jumped out of airplanes. I swam with great whites. I toured Namibia and South Africa on my own after that incident. I looked it all in the face. And
you didn't get scared.
No, man. I worshipped the sun. I cried when I felt it on my skin again the next morning. Had a beer and carried on with my life. And not without some help, but it made me impatient, and that's something I'm still working on, I think. But it's a big life experience. Absolutely. And that's the interview.
There it is. I'm glad you're here, Benedict. Benedict Cumberbatch is here, man. I'm glad you're here today.
Wow. Would you ever do a movie about that experience? I'm thinking about when Kim Kardashian got robbed, and I just heard that she's going to be doing a film around that.
I don't know, really. I don't know. Like I said, this was a small incident in a big country, and I don't know. I don't know what that would be about. I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Okay. So we're talking about the